I'm on a mission to run 365 days consecutively. I want to lose weight, I want to overcome my ACL knee injury, and I want to stay fit and healthy. Come along for the journey. Good morning. It's time to go running. Day 5. Let's go. Good morning. Good morning everyone. Day 5 of my 365 day running challenge, and it's another beautiful morning here in Cancun, Mexico. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. The sun's starting to come up, and I'm just doing a warm-up right now before I start running. Today I'm going to do my 20 laps, or just over 6 kilometers, and going to do that for about another week. If you don't know, you should never increase your mileage when running by more than 10% per week, because you're likely to get injured. If you do that, you've just got to look after your body and make sure that you don't increase the mileage too fast. I feel real good this morning, so looking forward to the run. Now, while I'm doing this run, you're going to be watching a video about running shoes and how important it is to get the right running shoes. I'm going to show you the shoes that I've chosen to do this challenge in, and taking a step away from the shoes that I've been running most of my life and trying something new and different, and it's working really well. So I'm going to share that with you and give you hopefully some more useful information about choosing the right running shoe. So that's coming up while I'm doing my run, and then we'll do a check-in to see how it all went afterwards. So there we go. Beautiful morning. I'm going to get ready, and I'll see you again soon. Okay. Okay, while he's out there busy running and doing day 5 of his 365 day challenge, we're going to sit here and talk a little bit about these things. Running shoes. Yes, running shoes are very important when it comes to exercise and making sure that you have the right running shoes. So I'm going to just walk you through a process that you may not understand, and it may help you a lot with your running, and in particular from not getting injured. Now, when our foot hits the ground, when we're running or jogging, when our foot hits the ground, 3 things can happen. The first thing is our foot can roll inwards, which is called pronation, or our foot can roll outwards, which is supination, or our foot can just hit the ground normally, and that's a neutral position. Most people, though, when they have a neutral position, actually rotate a little bit inwards, which is the pronation aspect. Yeah. So the first thing you need to understand is whether you're a pronator, a supinator, or you have a neutral foot plant. Now, the best way to check that is go and get a pair of shoes, a used pair of shoes, and have a look at the bottom of the heel, and you'll see if the heel's wearing away from the inside, that means you're pronating in. If it's wearing away from the outside, then you are supinating outwards. And if it's just neutral, that means you have a neutral foot plant. So it's really important to get the right type of shoe for you to stop injuries and stop you basically not enjoying running anymore. And a lot of people actually stop running because they have injuries and they get all sorts of problems with their feet, and it's because they haven't got the right running shoe. Now, unfortunately, we live in a day and age when you go and buy these things that not most people know what they're talking about, or they're even going to help you out. So going to a sports store or a department store, chances are you're not going to find somebody that actually knows anything about pronation and supination. So you're going to need to be on the lookout yourself for getting a shoe that has the right amount of support on the inside. If you pronate, you want to get a stability across the sole here, and you can tell this by the actual way that the gels or the foams are actually built on the inside of the shoe. There needs to be some support mechanism there. Similarly, if you've got a supination situation, you want to have the actual support on the outside of the shoe to stop you rolling out, and you want to be able to create a foot plant. It's like people have prosthetics. They have a thing inside their shoe, orthotics, orthotics, not prosthesis, orthotics inside the shoe to actually help your foot plant go properly onto the ground. And that's exactly what we're trying to do here by buying the right running shoe. We don't want to be able to roll out or roll in too much. We just want to have a little bit of give there. So it's really important to buy the right pair of shoes for that. So next time you go shopping for a pair of shoes, don't just focus on how pretty the shoe looks and how cool it is. Actually look for the right type of shoe that's going to give you the support so you don't get injured. Now, I used to be a guy that used to wear Nike running shoes. For most of my life, I've been running for 40 years and I've used Nike basically all the time. My go-to models were the Nike Air Zoom and the Nike Air running shoes, and I used to love those running shoes, really did. But recently, now because I'm living in Mexico and I've just started running again after a long injury and doing this particular challenge, I decided to look around for some new shoes, and I found this particular shoe. Now, like most running shoes and sportswear today, it's made in China, so there's not going to be too much of a surprise there. But these shoes are called Charlies. Yes, they are Charlies. And this is the box they came in. Really, really nice shoe. I found these in a local department store. I tried them on. I did a little bit of walking inside the store. They've got a lot of great support here, and they felt really, really cushioned. So I decided that I'd give these a go. And I've just been wearing them for the challenge that I'm doing at the moment, and I've got to tell you, I've fallen in love with these shoes. I'm never going back to, well, I'll never say never, but the chances are of me returning to Nike are pretty remote. And I really, really love these shoes so far. So Charlies are the shoe that I've chosen to wear for this challenge so far, and they're doing fantastic. I've got no problems at all. I'm just getting over an ACL injury, recovering from that, and getting back into running again. And these shoes are really, really fantastic. Now, the other thing I loved about these shoes was they're only 800 pesos here, Mexican pesos, here in Mexico, which is about $40 US. So I used to be the guy shelving out a couple of $100 a pair for Nike running shoes, and now I'm spending $40 and I've got a shoe that so far is just as good as what I used to wear. So I'm not getting sponsored by this shoe at all. So no fares in me plugging it, but so far I'm finding this shoe really, really fantastic. So there you go, a little bit about running shoes. I hope it helps you. So make sure next time you go out to buy your next pair of sports shoes for either jogging, running or doing exercise, make sure you take into account whether you're a pronator or a supinator. Get the right type of shoe for you, and you'll have a much more fantastic experience when you're doing your exercise and you're running. Now, let's go back to see how he's going with his run today. Oh, that was so good. 5 days down. I've got to tell you about this run because it's really funny. For the last 2 days, I've run a PB when I was trying to for 5 kilometers. And then yesterday on my normal 6K run, I ran a PB without knowing it until I got home. And to be honest, the run yesterday didn't feel that great, but I still did a PB. And today, I don't know the time yet, but it felt pretty much like yesterday. Pretty tough for the first 12-13 laps, and then I started clicking into gear, and yeah, felt better at the end. So we'll see how that works out. You can check all my times of each daily run at the end of the video, where I list the run distance, the run time, heart rate monitor, how many calories I burned, and then I also list the total distance I've run since I started the challenge. So if you're into stats and you want to see how all that's going, you can have a look there. And when I get to do further distances and I set personal best times, I'll start listing them there as well. So there we are, really, really good run. Got to do a bit of a warm down now, and then go and take my little puppy for a walk, have a chat to him, start off our day in the most perfect way. And I hope you liked the video today and you got some useful information about running shoes, because that can really have a big impact on people running and enjoying it or not enjoying it. If you get injured doing anything, it's not really enjoyable. So getting the right shoes is really, really important. If you're just starting off on your running journey and you're not too sure how to go about it, then every day I'm going to be giving some tips and sharing some experience from my side. I've been a runner for 40 years, so I got a little bit of experience, and played professional sport, been a semi-professional triathlete, and run lots and lots of marathons. So maybe there's some advice you can pick up from me. Again, I'm just going to share my experience. I'm not qualified in any way to give medical information or anything like that, but I'm just going to share how I'm going. So yeah, great run today. It's Friday, it's 5 days down, 2 more and the first week's gone. This is going pretty good so far. And in case you're wondering, my ACL injury, the knee's feeling pretty damn good. I'm really looking after it every day, doing a lot of recovery in the swimming pool, icing, Tiger Balm for all those old generation out there that know about Tiger Balm, using plenty of that, putting my leg up a lot, getting a lot of recovery in. Yeah, just doing everything I can to make sure it's okay. It's certainly not 100%, and maybe it'll never be 100% again, but you know, to get through this challenge, 365 days running after having an ACL injury, I'm going to be pretty happy about that. So it's just focus every day and keep the motivation going and keep giving my body all the good things that it needs. Good eating and other exercise, some weights, some core exercises, doing everything I can to give myself a good chance of success with this. So there we go, that's it for today, folks. I wish you all a fantastic day, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe to the channel if you like what I'm doing, and don't forget to like the video and drop a comment. I want to hear about your fitness goals and what you're up to at the moment. Okay, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.